Hello. Alrighty, so decided to start early. The reason why is I have some other things planned for this afternoon. So I wanted to make sure I didn't forget about you. So this is like an early special. We're going to go ahead and kick this off. I'm going to put something up on the screen really quickly. Beautiful. Alrighty, cool. So that is what is the truth about apostates. Now I really want to just ensure that I can see my friends by popping into this live. Beautiful. Alrighty, guys. So what is the truth about apostates? Well, this is a book that I've written and I published, and it's been around for about 2 years now. It's done its job and more. So here's what we're going to do. So basically, a lot of people are sending me messages, which is cool. I have a 4-message notification thingamadude. Okay, cool. So this is what the old cover looks like. The new cover is amazing, right? It's better. It's a guy coming out of a cave. So what is the truth about apostates? Well, I wrote this book to explain it to you. I'm going to go ahead and this is just an overview. So I'm going to share with you. I'm going to read to you to the reader part. So thank you for taking this time to read this fine book of information regarding the Church of Scientology, David Miscavige, L. Ron Hubbard, Dianetics, and the management and administration and other aspects of Scientology, right? So I'd like to invite you to reality. I know it may be hard to fathom that you were betrayed, but that is exactly what will have to be confronted and dealt with. Now, why am I saying that? It's not like I am saying that because I believe everybody heard a misconception, right? That would be a generality. I don't operate on that. I do know that there are some misconceptions out there that I love answering because it's just because that guy was curious. He or she was curious about the church and just went down the wrong path of information. Simple, right? So basically what I did is I ended up just putting that in there so that when people are trying to do their own research and they are those types of people, well, they read the to the reader part and they get it. So there are very few people leading you down a dark path of insanity. Okay, violence, deprogramming, and other such unreal practices. Each will get what is coming to them without any intervention. I've actually proven that. Okay, I said that based on my own experience, right? A lot of it hadn't been available to you at that moment in time. Now it is available. You can see it for yourself. You can see how people are, leading you down paths of misinformation on churches around the world, right? I mean, you hear daily stuff on the media, on the mainstream media, about how a religion is bad, is terrible, doesn't make any sense, is crazy. See, like this guy, JW is the worst. Now, we can all agree that there are different viewpoints on various religions. We would love to make sure that we have no generalities involved in our decisions, right? So JW is the worst. That's Jehovah's Witnesses, right? Now, you could say that about a religion, right? You could say that, and it could be true for you. It may not be true for everybody, but it definitely is true for you, right? There could have been a couple of people in the Jehovah's Witnesses, area, aspect, religion that wasn't the best for you. But to say that the whole entire religion of Jehovah's Witnesses is bad, or is the worst, as you like to put it, probably isn't the nicest thing to say, right? If you would like to go ahead and let me know more about why you think that's the worst, I'd love to have a discussion with you throughout this live. But other than that, yeah, I mean, I like to operate off of no generalities, right? No generalities. I want to point out who exactly do you have a disagreement with? How can you defend a religion that allows kids to die because of Old Testament laws? See, so here's the thing. How can you defend a religion that allows kids to die because of Old Testament laws? Now, here's the thing. That's an interesting statement to make, right? Still, it is not the best way of putting something, but hold on a second. I'm not defending a religion, by the way. What I am doing is I'm trying to go ahead and help you find out what is a misconception and what isn't a misconception. And what I like to do is I like to go straight to jehovahswitnesses.org. That's what people should do, and go find out the information for themselves. So I'm helping you do that right now. If I can find that, you have. So they say that they allow kids to die because of Old Testament laws. It just seems a little too much. I'm going to be honest with you. It seems a little too much. Okay? If that's true, if that's true to a certain degree, then I can agree with you. That is weird. But I'm not going to agree on a misconception. So go ahead and comment or send me or message me. You go by SimpBorg. As a refusal of blood transfusion. Okay. So see right there, we just went down to the base of it. A refusal of blood transfusion. Now, listen. A lot of religions have various positions. Okay? A lot of new religions too. Okay? Old and new. To say that they are purposely causing children to die because they're refusing blood transfusion would be basically a generality. Okay, it would. Because not one person wants a child to die. Okay? And if you brought that up to a Jehovah's Witness, they'd probably lose it. Okay? No person in any religion, not even mine, would want a child to die. If a blood transfusion was needed, then the Jehovah's Witness probably wouldn't be the only one that would want that child to live. The Jehovah's Witness would probably contact somebody, and I've met a lot of Jehovah's Witnesses, would probably want to contact somebody and see if they could do a blood transfusion. It doesn't mean that that's the guy's only resort. And trust me, if that was probably the last resort for that person, the blood transfusion, I'm pretty sure they would do it. Honestly, it's the greatest good for the greatest number of people, right? Greatest number of people. That's just my viewpoint there. Take it or leave it. Alrighty, cool. So SimpBorg, if that's what you go by on Periscope and Twitter. Okay, so SimpBorg. Here is a frequently asked questions from Jehovah'sWitnesses.org. JW.org. Why don't Jehovah's Witnesses accept blood transfusions? Common misconceptions. Myth. Jehovah's Witnesses don't believe in medicine or medical treatment. Right? That's the... we seek the best possible medical care for ourselves and our families. When we have health problems, we go to doctors who have skill in providing medical and surgical care without blood. We appreciate advancements that have been made in the medical field. In fact, bloodless treatments developed to help witness patients are now being used to benefit all in the community. In many countries, any patient can now choose to avoid blood transfusion risks, such as blood-borne diseases, immune system reactions, and human errors. Myth. Jehovah's Witnesses believe that faith will heal a person's ailments. Fact. We do not practice faith healing. Myth. Avoiding blood transfusion is very costly. Fact. Medical treatments that avoid blood transfusion are cost-effective. Myth, many witnesses, including children, die each year as a result of refusing blood transfusions. Fact, this statement is totally unfounded. Surgeons regularly perform such complex procedures as heart operations, orthopedic surgery, and organ transplants without the use of blood transfusions. Patients, including children, who do not receive transfusions usually fare as well as or better than those who do accept transfusions. In any case, no one can say for certain that a patient will die because of refusing blood or will live because of accepting it. Interesting, huh? So that's right there. That is right there. It's on their site. I just read that. So Simpborg, you were probably caught in a myth. Because right there it says, including children, die each year as a result. So that's the thing. Misconceptions divide us. They do. They divide us. I mean, honestly, see, I didn't know about that misconception. And or you could call it a myth. I'm not going to put you down, Simborg. I'm not at all. What I am saying is that it's just simple to look it up. Religions get misconceptions all the time. I mean, it's a completely different situation, right? Yeah, honestly. There it is right there, man. I mean, honestly, like seriously, there it is. We have technological advancements. Sorry about that. Technological advancements in society. People don't die. Okay, we have various different ways of doing things without forcing things on other people based on their religious beliefs. So there you go, man. Look it up. Check it out. I just found it on their site. If you looked it up and you saw it on their site and you didn't see that, I don't know. Alrighty, anyway, let's go back to this. If you have any more questions, or if anybody else does, let me know. I'll answer them. I'll actually go ahead and I will see if I can share this. I'll share this in a little bit. That's cool. Alrighty, so anyway, so let's go back to this. So then we have Introduction to Apostates. Defining the word apostates can help anyone see how we arrived at the circus of social media affairs. Great. So people who spread misconceptions are usually the people that are angry about how something went over in their religion. So then they'll generalize what's going on in the religion, right? Based on what they had done. We're talking about, like, for instance, the blood transfusion thing. I'm not going to say it's from an apostate. I'm not going to say that, but it could be pushed by a person who did not like the religion of Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, just like Mormons, right? We all have it. So an apostate, a disloyal person who betrays or deserts his cause or religion or political party or friend, etc. Derived from the Greek word apostates, deserter. So they deserted their religion. They deserted their religious beliefs. Now, that doesn't mean the person actually just like, oh yeah, I left and because I didn't really agree with it. That's not the point. The point is the people that seriously left because they had either done something to the religion or had done something, had done something to the religion that was bad and against the agreed upon codes of conduct, or they literally just left because they weren't even participating there. They were pretending to be a member to gain some type of attention or whatever. That's basically what you'll find in apostates. Okay, cool. So now I wanted to bring up a new religion, another new religion. This is, you probably heard about it. It's Scientology, right? And Scientology is a success. Now, a lot of us have given Thanks, Kyle, for thinking this is funny. just having fun, answering questions and stuff. But basically, so Scientology is a success, regardless of a misconception. This is just one of the misconceptions that are spread about new religions in general, right? So the religion is an ultimate success, and by golly, that's why apostates go so crazy about attacking the church. In fact, it's completely successful for a new religious movement for having achieved so much in just a short period of time, right? So a new religion, this is what that chapter is, chapter 2. You can get this book on Amazon if you guys are interested. And then, so you guys can read this. It goes over all of the various points that you should be aware of when looking at it for yourself, when seeing a misconception for yourself, and doing the research and comparing what you've heard to what's actually there. So this is just one of the ways that I did that with you and for you, is to see how a religion is a success, okay? And how you can count that and such. Now, apostates in the money game. Let me go over this a little bit more. So the attraction of being an apostate is the fact that you can be hired and paid to tell your tales of woe and mistreatment. Basically, you can sell your soul for profit, and the most visible apostates are all about the money. Okay? The apostates are playing a game, and the whole purpose of the game is so that they can get their rent, bills, and expenses paid, while they are also getting their 10 minutes of fame from different deep swamp areas of the mainstream media. We're talking basically outlets that don't vet their information. They may think, or they may say that they do, but they don't vet their information. Crazy, right? And they don't retract the misinformation when it has been discredited. They don't feel like they need to, and so they don't. That's basically what they do. So it is actually quite evilly genius in the sense that these people meet and go over the next plan to make another big bag of money by tricking people about new religions. It's quite interesting how many people are so easily fooled by these dark campaigns. Whether politics, the state of the environment, or the evils of religion, quote unquote, the apostates in the media are literally profiting millions from this scheme. So the news reports on the activities that the apostates are stating that are happening, and therefore they're not really telling the lies, right? So when a media outlet reports on what an apostate stated, the media outlet or that reporter believes that, oh, well, I didn't really state it. The apostate did, right? So then you're like, okay, but you still put it down on your piece of paper. You still reported it as news, right? So an apostate, I won't mention the person's name, profited a couple $100,000 by acting as a legal counselor for a case against Scientology, right? A new religion, which utterly failed, right? So that case that he was trying to do some counsel on or whatever actually failed. And a lot of them, all of them do actually. And he was still paid for his hours of talking and assistance. This is just one of a long line of things apostates do when the puppet masters ask them to. And if that isn't proof that he is in it for the money and that apostates are in it for the money, I don't know what would qualify any clearer. And there's also a former actress, right, failed actress, who demanded $1.5 million in 2 separate requests from a new religion. She stated something to the effect that if she wasn't given the money, she'd be forced to spread false information through the mainstream media. Right after the requests were declined, she signed a contract with A&E Networks to make money off of her false information about her former religion. According to the information I have looked at, she has made a good payday from A&E Networks, and then she failed, and it was canceled. Hope that money train doesn't go broke, right? So the list literally goes on with a few at the top and then dwindling to lesser known and some mentally questionable apostates, cashing in for anything that they can get. It is sad that they are doing this to themselves because there is no long-term benefit. Once they have been used, they will be cast aside and left for the broken, heartless people that they are. And despite it all, some new religions have written out a process for anyone to return to good standings as a person and find a way back into the church, should they choose. Okay, so I want to go over that for a second. So apostates aren't there to tell you the truth. Okay, they may say that they are, they may think that they are, but they actually aren't telling you the truth. For an example, on Periscope, this guy just reached out and, he was talking about some misinformation that he heard from, about Jehovah's Witnesses. We just looked that up and we got it handled. The truth is known. It's just clicks away. I found it on my iPhone. It was just boom, 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 right? Misconceptions are those types of things that get in the way of your progress in your life, could get in the way of a potential success that you would have had if you would have maybe even participated in the religion and such, right? So you have to really look at that for yourself and go, what am I listening to? What is the difference? And are you listening to apostates? And if you are, their only purpose is to make money. All it is. From the research that I've done, I'd say about 99.9% of all apostates are there for the money. Now, the next big thing, quote unquote, big thing, that the apostates like to push out as a misconception about new religions is about their tax exemption statuses. Okay, so one of the favorite claims that the apostates make is about tax exempt statuses of the churches and their supported campaigns that they run to help the communities around them. This is easily debunked and has been proven by court testimonies, affidavits, and actual public statements of professionals and experts in this field over and over again. Okay, so tax exempt status, it's not an easy thing to get. Okay, it wasn't an easy thing to get for the Church of Scientology. The Church of Scientology went through a lot of attacks as a new religion by the IRS and the Supreme Court to get this, to get tax exempt status, which is a right. Well, not a right, it's a privilege of all religions, right, to get. It's a simple thing. It's common. For the Church of Scientology not to get it, it's kind of discriminatory. Okay? So now what does tax exemption mean? Tax exemption is a monetary exemption which reduces taxable income. Examples include exemption of charitable organizations from property taxes and income taxes, veterans, and certain cross-border or multi-jurisdictional scenarios. The purpose? Because charitable organizations and religions exist to help people, and it's wrong for such important work to have to also pay the government, thereby reducing the grants and donations available to help people. Seems pretty easy. Seems pretty easy to me. So there's more and more about that and how a religion came out victorious, which is super great. Perfection. So then the next point is the team of misfits, right? And that's just more information on apostates, right? More information about how they attack others and how they generally operate. Then we have donations of new religions. This explains a lot. Explains a huge amount for people because, look, running a religion is a big deal. Okay, I've personally talked to a lot of people that have dealt with religions and run in the operations of them, and that is a massive undertaking. Okay, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's pretty insane. Okay, it's pretty insane the amount of work that's put into it. So there's that, and then yeah, there's various other points in this book. I'm not going to go over it in this live, okay? But in this book, it's not that big. It's just a booklet, right? Kind of deal. It's about 100 pages, but it introduces the person to what religions are going through in society, what people are doing, how people are being affected by apostates, and what we should do to prevent these attacks from occurring. That's basically the introduction to it. Now, what I wanted to do is I wanted to just go over that this book is available on Amazon. It's a very simple read. It's helped a lot of people, like a pretty fair amount of people, actually. It's been read by hundreds. It's been used by many people that like to promote their religions and promote, freedom and spirituality. It's really, really cool. So, yeah, I just wanted to go ahead and share that with you. And then I also wanted to go ahead and share a couple of successes from people who have experienced the truth about apostates. So give me 1 second. Okay, so here's one. Here's just one, okay? I was doing a school project on Scientology and other religions. I didn't bother reading anything about Scientology from the church because I was told it's just whatever, quote unquote. This didn't work so well for me as I picked up this book on Amazon thinking it was going to help my progress on the project. It made me destroy the project completely and start over. I didn't know the things I had in the project were from people paid to attack the church. I've decided to do research on Scientology from L. Ron Hubbard and real Scientologists. Thank you. His name is Sam. So that's really, really cool. We have others. We have very, very cool successes from people. People have read this information, they've seen it for themselves, and they've used it, and they've helped others. I do want that for you as well, and I do want you to be able to see it for yourself, pick it up for yourself. It's on Amazon. It's exclusively on Amazon. I know that it will be on Kindle Unlimited soon, and I want you guys to go pick up a copy, like right now. We want to basically go ahead and make 2021 something unlike never before. Okay, we want it to be something that will help other people and just be an amazing success for religious freedom. And it all starts with you and what you do right now. So the information in this book is very good. Doesn't attack any religion. It helps all religions. And it helps you understand religions and helps you unite with other religions. Because we are all going through this information. We are all going through this type of stuff. And if you just read the book and read the whole entire series that I have here, you'll understand. See, that's a lot of information, and there's more coming. So super appreciate it. Thanks so much. And go ahead and message me any questions that you have, and I'll totally be willing to answer them for you and with you and help you find the information for yourself. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.